Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would share with you all my updated morning routine, my weekday morning routine for fall. These are the daily habits that I, try to stack so that I have a ton of focus and also a lot of energy for the day. This is kind of how I stay on track with all of that. And if you've watched any of my previous videos, then you know what a huge fan I am of having routines in place to help us stay on track with healthy and positive habits. So this is what my morning routine looks like. So when I wake up in the morning, the very first thing I do is go to put my hot water on for tea. I have shared with you guys before that I go back and forth with coffee. Right now I'm off of coffee for the most part on a daily basis. I'll have some every now and again. But while my water for my tea is heating up, I down a glass of room temperature water. It's about probably 12 ounces. And I like to set it out the night before because that way it's room temperature in the morning when I wake up. I do not like cold water. So it's just easier for me to drink that way. And I might put a pinch of sea salt in it just for a little extra electrolyte kick because you wake up in the morning so dehydrated from going all night without water. Sometimes I'll do some spine stretches while I'm waiting on my hot water to boil in the tea kettle, just bending the spine side to side, forwards and backwards, kind of rolling the shoulders up, back and down. It just feels really good to wake up your spine in that way. The next thing that I do now that it's fall and it's a little bit cooler in the mornings is I light my fireplace. I just love the cozy vibes. Sitting by the fireplace in the morning, I like to read and write intentions. Right now, this is the book that I'm reading. It's called The Book of Awakening. It's just sort of a daily intentions. And so there's a different intention for every day and a little story behind it and then something to sort of, meditate on. So I'll read that first. It doesn't take me very long. If I tried to read too much in the mornings, I probably wouldn't stick to it. So I like just reading this one passage. And then I might journal about whatever today's passage is just a little bit. I always write my gratitudes and intentions for the day as well. I think I notice such a difference in my mindset and my positivity when I start my day with a gratitude practice. So I'll just jot down 3 things that happened in the last 24 hours that I'm grateful for. And then I'll write down my top 5s for the day, my intentions, my goals, and what I want to get done. So now it's time for some sort of a workout, and my workouts look different every day. This particular day, I did just a 20-minute full body workout, and then I also went for a walk later after the girls went to school. But if I can get a 20-minute workout in before they come downstairs, and I really try to be present with them when they're downstairs, especially before they go to school. So I like to get in, it could be sometimes a 20-minute Peloton ride or 20 minutes of weights. I usually will go walk after they leave for school in the mornings just because I don't like to walk when it's dark now that the days are getting shorter. And then sometimes I do a yoga class in the evening. So like I said, it just kind of differs every day. I'm going to make an updated workout routine video here in the next few weeks, so stay tuned for that. But like I said, on this particular day, I just did a 20-minute full body workout utilizing free weights. You can see my little gym closet over there that has free weights, and I've got quite a few different weights that I use, as well as bands and yoga blocks and all kinds of things, sliders that I just get in a variety of different home workouts with. Okay, I head back down to the kitchen after my workout, and this is usually when my girls come downstairs and I kind of chat with them in the mornings before they go to school. I'm making Emmy some breakfast right now, and then I also squeeze in a little bit of time to find some breakfast for myself if I'm hungry. If I'm not hungry, I'll wait though. Here's a little glimpse inside my refrigerator. Sometimes it looks organized. I really do try to keep my refrigerator pretty organized so that everybody can find what they're looking for. I've got my baked oatmeal. If you haven't tried that yet, you really need to. I've got the recipe on my Instagram page at Elizabeth Finch Wellness. It's also on my blog, elizabethfinchwellness.com. This particular one is gingerbread baked oatmeal, and it is so good. I usually can't wait for it to heat up before I dive in and take a bite. Sometimes I eat it warmed up, and sometimes I just eat it cold. I always put a little scoop of Greek yogurt on it though, usually actually a whole container, just for a little bit of extra protein, especially just because I've worked out And of course, I want to nourish my muscles and help them grow after I've just done that strength and resistance training workout. I always top it with a little bit of my favorite brown sugar stevia. I'm obsessed with that stuff. It's linked in my Amazon store if you are interested in that. Yep, this stuff is so good. I usually cannot wait for breakfast in the mornings. I'll also just kind of do the morning chores while I am preparing breakfast, you know, unload the dishwasher. Got to put that hair back in a ponytail when you're making food for other people. It's like one of my biggest fears in life is that someone will find a long blonde hair in their food. I also make sure and get my supplements. I take a multivitamin, I take a fish oil, vitamin D, I take a coenzyme Q10. And here you'll see me, I'm just dividing my morning and evening supplements out. So I take a few in the morning and a few at night. And my evening supplement routine differs just a little bit. I take the other half of my multivitamin. I also take a curcumin supplement for inflammation. I really love that one. And then at night, I also take magnesium, and lately I've been using a CBD, but this is not a nighttime routine. This is morning. All right, after the girls leave for school, I do try to get in a quick walk, usually about 30 minutes. The way I've got my workout regimen divided right now, the days that I do strength training, I try to add in just a little, like 30 minutes of cardio. All right, now, of course, you got to make the bed. I always try to do that. I think that that's one of the most important things we can do on a daily basis, just to feel like our surroundings are tidy and, you know, we're as productive as possible. So all done with that, and now it's time to go get myself looking presentable for the day. So the very first thing I try to do before I take a shower is dry body brush, and I will link a video that I did in the past about how and why I do this, and then I hop in the shower. After I get out of the shower, I go through my full morning skincare routine, which includes a vitamin C serum. That's what I'm applying here. Next, I apply moisturizer all over. And then, of course, my daily sunscreen. I love the one I use by Elta MD. It's got niacinamide in it, and it just feels really nice going on the skin, and I think it does really well under makeup. And I try to remember to always bring my products down my neck and onto my chest, and then with my sunscreen, I rub it on the backs of my hands as well. And my antioxidant lip serum, which I love and have been using it forever. I think it does such a good job helping to kind of plump up the fine lines around my lips. All right, let's put on some makeup. This is usually it takes me about 10 minutes to get my makeup done. I like to start with this. It's not really a primer from Charlotte Tilbury. It's sort of like I guess it's kind of a primer, but also it has some glow in it. It's called Flawless Filter, and I love it. Then I apply my foundation over that, everything with a wet beauty blender. Blend all of that in. Then a little bit of concealer on the inner corner of my under eye. I've been really trying not to use just too much concealer lately. There is a makeup artist that I follow here on YouTube who is phenomenal, and I'm probably not going to say her name correctly. I think it's Andrea Ali. I will link her below in the description. But her videos, I have just found them so helpful lately. She gives fantastic tips on how to apply makeup in a way that won't age you. So apparently there are some common mistakes that a lot of women make that can actually, age you by the way you apply your makeup. So I will definitely link her below if you want to check out some of her videos as well. She's great. Filling in the brows, I have been using this pencil from Anastasia Beverly Hills for years, and I love it. The brows make such a huge difference, don't they? I just think that they frame my face when I have them done correctly, and when I don't, I feel like everything is wrong. Little curl of the lashes, little bronzer on the cheeks. That's another thing that Andrea Ali has talked about in some of the videos I've seen, is how to apply that correctly. A little blush to brighten things up. This is my 2-in-1 stick that I've been using on both my cheeks and my lips. I'm absolutely obsessed with this color. I love it. It's the perfect pink, I think, for my complexion. And of course, everything is so different for all of us, but I really love this one. And then just a little bit of color on my eyelids. I don't really take too long here. I usually do an all over color that's kind of light, and then maybe something a little shimmery in the inner crease, and then I will do something a little bit darker in the outer crease, blend all of that together. And let me just remind you guys, I am not a makeup artist and am not a makeup pro by any means, and do not proclaim to be, which is why I'm telling you about the videos that I've been watching that I think are helping me, but just showing you guys what I do. Applying a little bit of eyeliner just to my upper lids. One of the things I've done differently lately is changed from a black eyeliner pencil to a chocolatey brown one, and I think that I'm liking it better for sure. A little bit of mascara, little brow gel to hold everything in place, a little highlighter just in a couple of key areas on the cheekbones, inner corner of the eye, right above the top lip. And then just applying a little bit of color to my lips. I start with a pencil, and then I go back in with that 2-in-1 that I used earlier on my cheeks, and that's it. All right, let's tackle this hair. I have shared with you guys before, I usually just wash my hair like twice a week, and I always schedule that around my hot yoga schedule because I always have to wash my hair after hot yoga. So this particular day, I did not wash my hair. This is probably 2, if not 3-day-old hair. I always start with a little bit of dry shampoo and then just go back in and refresh my curls. I have to do my hair in 2 layers because I have a ton of hair, but I'm always curling everything back away from my face, always leaving a little bit out on the ends. The pieces around my face, I usually kind of pull them towards the center line and then curl them away from my face. I don't really know why I do that. I just feel like I like the curls better when I do. All done, and then I just kind of finger comb it to loosen those up a little bit, spray it with, I noticed that I did it out of order this particular day that I was recording the video. I usually do some dry texture spray in the bottom half of my hair first, and then I'll go back and spray it with hairspray. I did it out of order this particular day. Don't know why. And I am ready to go. Feeling good, feeling energized, feeling centered and intentional for the day. I know what I've got to get done. Thank you for spending the morning with me, and I'll see you next time.